Sunfall. The Mad King Duran's summer palace. A bulwark of carja might against the howling Forbidden West.
Thanks for the history lesson.
But they have no idea what lies beneath. We will learn much from this Aloy.
That's what I'm hoping.
哇，这是个宫殿哎，他说是行宫。
Who does Avad think he's fooling with this ceasefire nonsense?
Watch yourself.
Nothing is forgiven.
You never know who you're talking to.
哇，帅啊！好，看一下什么好东西。这城好大哦！啊，他们还有斗技场哎！
The submarine. Proud tradition.
It's not like this ingredient. At least.
I'm sure they wasn't.
真的很像罗马哎！哎，我要走哪边？
Now we get to see if your attack on their focus network was entirely successful. Success. Welcome to the Citadel, Aloy. I'll check back with you in a moment.
Outlander.
In the meantime,
If you want to hear about today's bounties, head for the throne room. You're not going to make any shards by standing out here.
他们都会让我进去哎！我会盘问一下他的身份。
Even if it means revolution of Bahamut. Well.
哎，不对啊，他们也有看那个资讯，一定知道这个女的长什么样子啊。
The sun revealed. Behold, radiant Edaman, the one true Sun King, the light in shadow, whose will is light and whose light is law.
I command Lucian Bahavas to speak in my behalf.
那谁啊？
By
小
the
儿
will
子啊
of！ radiant Edaman does the sun glare down mercilessly upon the traitor Uthid. To the hunter who brings his head to us shall go a bounty of 500
这是这个
shards.
国王的
More prisoners than royalty, don't you think?
弟弟吗？还是怎样？
Love your hair.
Full blaze. Not only did the wretch conspire to
You and I need to chat, little huntress.
assassinate
The green tent down in Shadowside.
but he refused to
I'll be waiting.
surrender when discovered
Kinda busy.
and fled. And in doing so, demonstrated wanton disregard for the safety
We both know
of the
you're no killer
king's
for hire.
subjects.
Uthid is innocent. So come see me
Forth then,
while there's still time to save him.
do the will of the sun.
So, the way in I spoke of is right behind
挟
you.
天子以令诸侯。
You've got to be kidding.
Not at all. And you needn't worry about the Kestrels. They'll be too busy acting important to pay attention to you.
First time in the Citadel, gotta see the sun ring from on
Nora.
high.
You have the mark of a seeker.
It's more complicated than that. I'm an outcast, like you.
Yes. I am Yun. These are the shunned. We'll take any job, but keep that in mind.
Why did they cast?
Murder. You?
一个杀了，一个是因为出生比较惨哎，注定就是
This is insane.
Hardly.
You're gonna watch some
不被接纳。
This is the place
You
to do it.
underestimate the ease
I
of
don't
hiding
like
in plain sight.
You worry me, boy. You worry me.
The balustrade.
往下爬。
It's a short drop from there.
哦，这个，真假这么刺激啊？ 换作是我绝对不敢。哎！我怎么松手了
The other side of the tower. Look for a vent.
I see you've been here before.
Obviously. Now, it's very important that you hear what I'm about to say.
往下爬。
I've shown you the way in, but this humble vent marks a point of no return. Before you descend into the depths here, you should be fully committed, equipped, and focused.
我们是往
No
下爬。
distractions. If you have errands to run, do them first or hold your peace. I won't tolerate whining. Is that clear?
You'll tolerate what I give you, Silence. I didn't ask you along for the ride.
哦。
I'm heading down.
I've spent a lifetime trying to uncover the secrets of this world. Where the machines came from. How the old ones achieved such marvels only to fall into silence and death. A lifetime of failure.
这好吵
As
哎！
year by year,
阳光的意
decade
思吗？
after decade, I hit walls I could not break, doors I could never breach.
Hello.
Until a Nora huntress marched out of the savage east. And voila, for her, all the deepest secrets of the earth were laid bare. I suspect you will have an easier time with this door than I did years ago.
他话好多、哦。
Hold for identiscan. Genetic profile confirmed. Entry authorized. Malfunction. Malfunction. Malfunction.
玩没那么轻松。
You don't hear me laughing.
Shut up. There's gotta be another way. Hey! Elizabeth Sobek here! Requesting access!
Access request acknowledged. Root command functions available. Do you wish to proceed?
I do! Get me through this door!
Analyzing. Primary access inoperable due to mechanical failure. Emergency venting procedure likely to circumvent blockage. Do you wish to proceed?
Yes.
他都不确定那是什么东西吗？
Authorized.
I underestimated you. See, by now,
What?
Guess you can't have everything.
that will draw attention. We won't have this place to ourselves for long now.
We? Last I checked, I was the one risking my life down here.
Yes, fine. Now, will you please get moving? There's so much to learn in less time than I'd hoped.
等下一定会有人过来的。我靠，等下都要血战一场。先准备一下。
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn.
Zero Dawn. We found it.
Are you really so surprised?
Facility diagnostics detect multiple failures. Attempting repair.
So, what was this room?
An entrance hall, perhaps. Have a look around.
Saving these for the trip.
Please take a seat and wait for your name to be called. A selection of beverages and snacks are available.
A smaller room.
Please proceed into viewing room 1 for an important message regarding the purpose of your visit.
What was
这是
this?
放映室吗？
A holographic theater.
CD01 data intact. Initiating playback.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn. I am General Harris, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff of the United States of America. I'm sure you've heard the rumors. That Zero Dawn is a top-secret super-weapons program. The technological miracle that will save us from the Pharaoh Plague. If Operation Enduring Victory can hold off the robots long enough. The reason I'm sure you've heard the rumors is that I'm the one who spread them. And they are all lies. Zero Dawn is not a super-weapons program. And it will not save us. Nothing will save us. And here's why. By the time the glitch was noticed, it was already too late. Nothing could stop the Pharaoh Plague. Nothing can. Its robots will continue to replicate and devour the biosphere. Life on Earth will be destroyed. Our planet reduced to a barren sphere. Global extinction is inevitable. No matter how many we kill, the robots just keep exponentially making more. If we had their deactivation codes, we could shut them all down. The entire swarm. But since their cryptographic protocols use polyphasic entangled waveforms, cracking a code set would take half a century. At best, we've got 16 months. Not exactly what you'd call a survival option. The destruction of a biosphere is not the sort of apocalypse you can wait out in a fallout shelter or a space station. There will be no Earth left to reclaim. Just a lifeless, toxic rock with several million Pharaoh robots on it, hibernating, waiting for something to eat. This is the horrible truth behind the lies of Operation Enduring Victory. My lies. Lies designed to inspire millions of innocents to sacrifice themselves in battle. Why? One reason. To buy time for you. And the work you will do here. Zero Day, the day that life on Earth ceases to exist, is coming fast. It cannot be stopped. The hope of Zero Dawn is that something new might come after. But I will leave it to Elizabeth Sobek to shine that thin ray of light into the darkness. Harris, out.
就说这只是个谎言而已啊，灭绝是避免不了的。
He said it could not be stopped.
But it was. Somehow Elizabeth saved us. I've got to keep looking. Find out how she did it.
这封讯息算是他的一个自我的忏悔吧，罪过。
They got in through the vents.
这要去哪
Let nothing stop you from learning the truth.
Spread out! If it moves, kill it!
What is this place? Tomb?
他们不会进来。我就跟他们玩捉迷藏就可以了。他们进不了这个地洞啦。哇哦！
We're too close to let tribal crypto stop us now. The Data points. What did they contain?
Let's cut the mystery. You're building a colony ship. It's obvious. And it's not gonna fly. I mean, literally. Remember the Odyssey? That multinational heap of space junk that's been in graveyard orbit since 57? That went nowhere real slow. And you have to get somewhere real fast. Do you have any...
With Suzanne Alpert, environmental scientist. Doctor?
I'm sorry, I wasn't,
Just stating your name. What were you thinking about, Doctor?
Nothing the General said, not really. I was on the Syzygy East Response Team in 2051, just after the second earthquake compromised...
Accurate, yes.
So these mechanical monstrosities...
Want to discuss?
So Mama...
他们开始在选幸存下来的人类吗？尽量去找那种相关单位的有技术的人吧。筛选啊，对未来重建社会有用的人才。
Zero Dawn was a way to undo it all. My work. And I'm sorry to say I was ever proud of it, but Tech could really sell a concept and in the labs, in the light of creation, that first test run. When you saw they understood their own structures, could rebuild themselves from memory and light, there were no limits. God, there were no limits.
他们所熟悉的世界正在崩塌。
There is some mistake. I don't understand why it was brought here. Why would you show me these things? I know that there's already a lot to take in. In the waiting area, I was seated with a Nobel laureate in biophysics and a monk, I think. He spoke neither English nor Mandarin. It is very strange. And General Harris? What was he talking about? The robot swarm, the feral plague? I understand it is terrible.
Elizabeth Sobek.
You've heard the bad news, and it's all true. The feral plague is devouring the biosphere. Life itself will cease to exist. But does that have to be the end? What if we could give life a future? What if we could build a kind of seed from which, on a dead planet, life could blossom anew? This is the aim, the hope, of Project Zero Dawn. To create a super-intelligent, fully automated terraforming system and bring life back from lifelessness. What would such a system require? At its core, it would need a true AI, fully capable of making the trillions of decisions necessary to reconstitute the biosphere. An immortal guardian, devoted to the reflourishing of life. We call it Gaia. Mother Nature as an AI. But that's just the core of the system. She will need to be surrounded and empowered by a comprehensive suite of subordinate functions. Think of them as extensions of Gaia's mind, each dedicated to a specific purpose. Now, these aren't AIs, but make no mistake, each presents an engineering challenge more profound than anything the human species has ever before attempted. Hardware that preserves and then gestates the billions of seeds and embryos from which life will be reborn. The construction of underground facilities to hold it all. And that's just the start. We don't have to build the entire system. The beauty of a fully automated terraforming system is that it can build itself. Now, over the days to come, you'll learn how all these functions, all these pieces that you'll be working on, fit together. How we'll race the clock to execute our harvest initiatives, write the software, build the tech and the facilities. How we'll lock it down and seal it up before the inevitable occurs. But even more important, you'll know how it doesn't end here. How Gaia will generate those deactivation codes General Harris talked about, and build the transmission arrays to broadcast them, shutting down the Pharaoh robots for good.
哎，那个柱子是不是刚刚那个荒野那个？我说那个像通天塔那个。
From detoxifying the Earth's ravaged atmosphere and poisoned seas, to the regreening of the Earth from cryopreserved seed stalks, to rewilding the Earth with animal life, and then, when all that is done, how a new generation of human beings, spawned at cradle facilities around the globe, will partake of Apollo, the vast archive of human knowledge and cultural achievement from which they will learn of us, our world. And most important, how not to repeat our mistakes. It's not an impossible dream. It is within our grasp if we work tirelessly and stop at nothing to achieve it. We can't stop life from ending. But if you will help me, help Gaia, we can give it a future. Join me and help make that future real.
这太震撼了吧！
Destroyed, but then remade.
Yes, by a machine of creation.
Elizabeth did this for life, for us. Why Hades then? If it was part of Gaia, how did it end up in the wreckage of a Pharaoh robot? Why does it want to kill me? And Apollo, the archive of knowledge, what happened to that?
I'm as confused as you are.
那个智库应该被摧毁了吧？或许就连人工 AI 都觉得人类没救了，干脆毁掉算了。
To be given the opportunity to rebuild what the damage that I don't feel worthy of it, but I will do it, absolutely.
If you're still nauseous. No, the inhibitors have kicked in. I can't.
这边都是他们的了解了概况之后的一些心情啊。
Security.
这好大哦。
Would you like to discuss how you're feeling?
Sure. I'll tell you. Surprised. No. Flabbergasted.
所以说盖亚就是一个人工 AI 的一个核心啊，在这核心里面又有其他的一些软体，每个软体都有相对应的功能的。
Sobek is a total fantasist, a dangerous fantasist. He's kind of blue skying. It's Jesus. I'm sorry we wasted each other's time. I'm ready to leave now.
I'm afraid that's not possible.
Everything you're talking about here isn't possible.
I recommend you read the documents regarding your options.
I've seen enough. I'm getting out of here. What did you? You know?
What?
Get your hands off me!
他一定被抓起来了，因为不能让这件事情泄露，这是一个谎言。人类必须毁灭了。等到适当时机，再把人类都放出来。在主角看来，这些可能是一个神话吧，《创世纪》有点像那个诸神黄昏那我猜啦，黑帝斯也是一个软体的其中一个。功能啊！过来啊！怎么办啊？ 行啊！他们挡在那个地方，不过来也不后退，这个是要怎么办啊？我没有像之前那个通风管嘞，绕不开他们啊！烦死了！先出门再放几个炸弹，把他们都给弄死。
Intruder, get her!
Whatever you do, don't die now.
The world of shadow.
哈！愚蠢！啊！想烧死啊！结果发现自己才是那个最蠢那一个。
Zero Dawn. He is art in a way, an expression on the grandest scale. But there is so much unfairness. Why was I chosen? Was it decided by committee, by algorithm? My
No, this thing is dangerous.
靠！我要怎么一直拿着？我不想拿这个啊！哦，要！哦，靠腰了！这有个很大的孔，我没看到。
Power's down.
Is there another route?
啊，那个阿波罗就是人类的智慧的智库啦。可是又为什么我们没有这相关的知识啊？可能被摧毁吧。也有可能觉得人工 AI 们觉得人类在未来也会做这种事情，重蹈覆辙。
Here we go. There's a part missing. Maybe there's a storage area.
所以说，就干脆毁掉算了。
Hey, I'm done with Brett's incompetence, okay? Somehow, he managed to install an H-emitter node backwards. Everything's in reverse. I don't get paid to clean up Brett's messes. If you want it fixed, send him up to storage for a new emitter, not me. Parker out.
下右。
Done. I should check the door nearby.
它都有提示啊，这个提示的每个都不太相同哎，有的给你数字，有的给你这种方向。嗨。
Found one. Looks intact. That should do the trick.
上右
Now let's get that door open.
下，没上左，下，然后再右。右，上。 我不能开，是我按错什么吗？哦，又开了。刚刚这张图啦，它是要反过来看啦，你要把它倒转过来，转一个角度。哦，我这样转的头好痛啊！我靠腰嘞。啊！ 他们怎么进来的啊
？Lines look good.
Gaia, it's up there, second floor.
Can you reach it?
So much for avoiding contact.
这也是奥林匹斯吗？
Someone here?
Oh, 我靠！哎，这边锁上。死透了吗？没有。
None escape the shadow. You cannot run from
Or not.
Help me!
For the shadow.
Lead them!
Room's clear. For a moment, anyway.
Get moving. You have to find Gaia.
这枪他妈的重死啊！
Keep that for later.
Hmm? 哦，没事。这是什么地方？
Hello, I'm Margot Shen, and this is Hephaestus. As the name might tip you off, this is going to be the subordinate function that Gaia will use to make lots and lots of robots. Her personal forge. Except, it's not that simple. So like, you probably noticed that only about a third of you are robotics engineers. The rest, experts in machine cognition, virtual heuristics, that stuff. Well, that's because we aren't going to be the ones designing and building robots. The last thing we want is to burden Gaia with a bunch of outmoded 21st century designs. Waste of time. Our purpose is to empower Gaia to build the robots, and not just build, imagine, from scratch. Any robot she needs for any conceivable purpose, designed and fabricated at a snap of a finger.
其实就跟人一样啦，只是它没有实体，它只是一个程序而已。
Isn't really the forge. It's more like the knowledge of craft and ingenuity of a master smith to wield the hammer. Encoded as software. Virtual creativity made real. Gaia's already learning. In simulations, she's doing some very creative things with.
那其他的众神，他们是不是也有其他各自的能力啊？我很好奇其他神是掌管什么样的责任啊？
I think this is it. Elizabeth Sobek's office. But it's sealed off. More eclipse.
Careful now.
哇！可是这经历了那么久，这依旧还是有还在作业。
Welcome to Apollo, the collective memory of the human species and the wellspring of knowledge for future generations. I am Samina Ebaji. Until recently, I was director of the International Collective Memory Institute in New Tehran. As a heritage professional, I devoted my career to the preservation of human knowledge, creative endeavor, and cultural achievement. Apollo is, therefore, the ultimate embodiment of a lifelong passion, albeit under the very worst circumstances.
硬碟随着时间的推进，终究还是会坏掉啊。是不是该把刻在石碑上啊？如果石碑没有遭到破坏的话，它可以保存很久。像埃及啊、苏美鲁文明啊，都把东西刻在石碑上，到至今还是有些保存下来。硬体这种东西啊，久了就会坏掉了。
Third, the transferal and encoding of all that data onto DNA encapsulated in synthetic fossils. The only medium capacious and durable enough to safeguard it without degradation for the centuries to come. And last, but not least, the development of the holographic interface and game by which future humans will commune with Apollo. Progressively unlocking heuristic learning modules, leveling up their knowledge and skills they will need to take control of the terraforming system. That is the future towards which all of our efforts will be directed. Not just the preservation of the past, but the seed for the flourishing of a new tree of knowledge. Welcome, and let us begin.
不光只是给你知识啊，你也要学习，发展出属于自己的文明。毕竟这些文明都是以前人类留下来的东西了。阿波罗更新，这里就大门封锁了，我什么都不进去。 能制造防线。
Unless you got anything better to do.
Dead, but not.
Die.
Oh!
Get them.
Eh! 哦，他中，碎哦，卡在墙壁里。
That's the last of them. On once more.
In what should have been a cave of wonders. Look around. See if anything is left. 不过有点可惜的是，人类最后还是重蹈覆辙了。人类不管怎样都是学不乖的，终究还是会有几个啦，学坏。人类唯一能从历史中学到的教训就是那一句嘛，永远也学不到教训。类似的自白。
Dr. Sobek, please archive this testimonial in Apollo. Cross-reference to all mentions of my name and Operation Enduring Victory. My name is General Aaron Harris. From 2060 to 2066, I served as the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the highest-ranked officer of the United States Armed Forces. The tenure of my command included strategic planning and oversight of Operation Enduring Victory, a falsehood perpetrated on the civilian populations of the United States and other nations during the last 14 months of life on this planet. Before the Pharaoh Plague, I did my job and did it well. I was bold and decisive, crafty in political maneuvers. It wasn't an accident that I rose to my position and became the commander of the largest mechanized force ever assembled. But to what end?
Welcome to Hades.
Hades.
Zero Dawn's Extinction Failsafe Protocol. The ultimate killer app. Now, I know what you're thinking. The purpose of Gaia is to resurrect life. So why give her a subordinate function, only purpose of which is to wipe out life all over again? I mean...
对啊，在搞什么啊？
What? Just bum crazy, ain't it? Well, no, it isn't. Reconstituting a biosphere? That's a tall order. Tech smart as Gaia may be, odds are she won't get it right the first time. I mean, imagine you're Gaia 200 years from now and this new biosphere growing, it's all gone wrong.
他改造他失败，于是又要再次毁灭啊，直到创造出满意为止。这就创世论的一种吧。
Release phase 1 organisms into that hot mess. Hope their CO2 and methane can balance out what you got started? Hell no. What you're gonna do, Gaia, is step aside while Hades takes over and does what you're just too darn nurturing.
一定是来干脏活用的。
Which is burn that misbegotten mess of a biosphere to the ground so Gaia can start over. Okay, not burn, more like reverse terraforming operations and suffocating. But you get the idea. Hades takes the biosphere back to zero. Square one, blank slate. And then, only then, does it hand the steering wheel back to Gaia and say, try again, old girl. And better this time, or we'll have to do
可是为什么
this again. That's Hades. It's pretty badass when you think about it. Extinction on demand. Death on speed dial. All for the greater good, of course, but still, kind of metal. So welcome to Hades. Welcome to the void.
Fuck you.
Okay, so if that's the original purpose of Hades, why does it want me extinct?
对啊，为什么只要主角死啊？这是为什么？
And how does it end up in the wreckage of a pharaoh titan, getting worshipped by the eclipse like some kind of god?
I'm learning as you are, Aloy. Keep searching.
Looks like the only way onwards.
What is this? 这像是个休眠舱哎，请问一下里面还有人吗？如果里面还有人的话，可能就很惨了。
Got too much already. Cradle facilities. Elizabeth said a new generation of humans would be spawned inside such places.
She did.
All Mother Mountain. It was one of them?
There's only one way to be sure.
The hatch wouldn't open. Something about a corrupted alpha registry. I need to search Elizabeth's office.
Yeah, 不妙哦。这么大空间是要干嘛？
Looks like it used to hold something.
Nuts would benefit from antilocanate morphologies, though caprid forms show superior load-bearing capability.
You're a quick study, Gaia.
Dr. Sobek, as I have conducted this comparative analysis
这
of
盖亚
alien morphologies,
它也可以随它的意思啊，创造出各种生命形态。这就为什么外面的一些动物、机械那么像动物了。
Gaia?
Logically speaking, the extinction was a natural consequence.
And yet,
I find the loss of megafaunal species unaccountably sad. That they passed forever into oblivion causes me to experience a grief that is difficult to describe. Am I malfunctioning?
no, Gaia, you're not.
盖亚有人类的情感。七情六欲啊。
You will undergo a brief period of unconsciousness during relocation to Prime and final instatement.
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
When you're back up and running at the new site, we'll bring the subordinate functions online and see where we stand.
Elizabeth, I detect distress. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
I realize that circumstances compel us to launch earlier than we hoped, but all subsystems are operational. The odds stand in our favor.
But what if...
对啊，万一失败怎么办？
You can't even survive unless you're wearing an environmental suit. There are billions dead, in fear and agony. What if it was all for nothing?
Elizabeth, extinction was inevitable. Thanks to you, life will have a future.
You really believe that?
I believe in you, Elizabeth.
应该是成功啦，不然主角他们后来这些人类也不会幸存下来啊。而且外面还有一些野生动物哎，不是机械兽，是真正的动物。奥德赛计划失败。阿提密斯状态。阿提密斯，我记得是月神吗？是吗？月亮之神也是狩猎女神。
The Alpha Registry master file.
Intact?
Yeah. No signs of corruption.
Then what are you waiting for? Copy the file.
With this, I can restore the registry at the hatch inside Allmother. Open it. Go inside.
And grasp the secrets within.
Where I was born. Maybe who gave birth to me.
Who? Are you really so naive? There will be no who waiting for you there, Aloy. Whatever birthed you into the world was a what, not a who.
You bastard.
Oh no, I had a legitimate birth. It's you, Aloy, who are the creation of a machine. But what kind of machine and why? Why were you created?
Huh? 什么戏？
Eclipse.
You need to get out of there. What you found is too valuable. You're too valuable.
妈的！啊，这从头到尾利用他。哇！啊！哦，完蛋了！ 他的造型好那个、哦、南美洲文明哦。
I have a more suitable death in mind for you, child.
因为像那个、哦、阿波卡列岛里面那些原住民，玛雅文明。